Now we are live on YouTube, so I'm gonna present myself because I don't know everyone here yet. And I'm Sofia. I'm from Ubai, small city in Minas Gerais, but I'm currently living in São Paulo because I work here, even though I'm working at home nowadays, but whatever. I'm 25 years old and I'm a host here on TNT since the end of August 2020. And I remember that back then I was searching for somewhere that I could practice my English, and I just discovered TNT, and I think it was the best discovery I made last year, because I really believe that here we have a very good place to practice our English, to meet people from all over Brazil. And I always love to be here, so I become a host, and now I'm here with this time from Thursdays at 7 p.m. every week. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And just to explain, I don't know if anyone is here for the first time or no.
Yes,
It's my first time.
Okay, Lucas and I welcome here. So just for explain for you, TNT is a free space to practice English, and we have another languages as well. So if you want to be polyglots, you can dive into TNT and enjoy all the languages that we have in other times. So it started in 2016. So it's a long process until we have the way we have today. But it was always for free, and it's always going to have these meetings for free. Nowadays we have some meetings that we can pay for it, as if you are beginners and if you want to achieve the fluency, we have teachers who can help you, but the free conversation is always going to be here. So just to explain how it works, because we are here in a lot of people, but I will create some breakout rooms, and then I will split you all in these breakout rooms, and I ask you to just choose a leader to conduct the conversation there. Some of you is going to be here with me, and be polite, respect each other. This is the basic that we ask here for everyone. And I think that's it. If anyone has any doubt, you can ask me or anyone who is here for longer time than you. I'm sure everyone is going to be nice and help. And here are the questions I sent in the chat. And I'm going to create the breakout rooms, okay? Just a minute. Just a minute, guys. I have to organize people in the rooms. Okay, you received a message, so please accept the invitation. And when 5 or 10 minutes are left, I will bring everyone back so we can discuss what we have talked, okay? Goodbye. Okay. Those who is still here are going to stay here with me with the YouTube live. So I want us to start presenting ourselves so everyone can meet each other. And I will start with Cesar. Please, Cesar, can you present yourself?
Okay, thank you. Good evening. My name is Cesar Escobar. I am from Colombia, but I am living in Sao Paulo, capital. I am a materials engineer. Uh, I arrived here, Brazil, 5 years ago, and I finished my doctoral project 4 months ago. And today I am here because I want to improve my English skills.
Great, thank you, Cesar. And you, Rona? Can listen to you, Rona. Are you there? It's too low. Your
Yeah.
sorry, can listen to you. It's too low. I don't know if you can.
Now, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah. Now it's very clear.
No.
Hello.
Yeah, hello guys. My name is Ronan. I'm from Amazonas, but I'm living in São Paulo. I recently moved in, and I'm here to 2 months or something. And I'm here to develop my English skill, my English conversation, make friends. And if I have something good to share with you, it's okay for me. And you guys, if you have something good, strong experience to share with me, it's really good. I really appreciated that.
Thank you, Hannah. I'm sure we have a lot of things to share, and I'm very interested in how is living in Amazonas. I have never talked to someone who lived there, so I'm sure it's going to be a very rich conversation. Fernanda, and you?
Mm, Good evening, everybody. I'm Fernanda. I'm from São Paulo, in the São Carlos instead of São Carlos. It's not the capital. I'm graduated in business management, and I'm trying to improve my English skills to get a good job. So it's why I'm here with everybody.
Welcome,
Thank you.
Fernanda. And you, Sarah? Sarah, just for everyone knows, it's my sister, and the one who is next to her is my mom. I'm very happy that they are here today because I had to insist so much. You can do it. Please, Sarah, tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm sister of Sophia. I'm from Ba and I live in Ba and I am 18 years old. I just finished high school and I'm here to practice my English.
Great. And you, mom, do you want to say your name?
Hi, everybody. My name is Marcia. I'm 7 years old. I'm living in Ubá, a city in Minas Gerais. E eu agradeço por estar aqui.
Thank you. Very good.
Thank
Very
You,
good.
you are the same place, Sophia and Sarah and Marcia? Same
No.
house?
No, I'm in São Paulo right now, and they are in Ubá.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with the first question. And here we are. There are many levels of decisions that we have to make. Some are easier than others. What kind of decisions do you think it's easier to make? Let's just try to say some decisions that it's kind of easier, like, I don't know, for me, it's easier to decide what time I'm going to wake up tomorrow. And for you, Hannah, what
Uh,
decision are easy?
I don't. It's hard to say. Yeah, that there's decision. It's easier than others, but I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't know how to say how the decision is easier. to make. I don't know. One thing I like in my life, it's when something it's about myself and only myself, it's a little easy to me make decision because it's not involving any person, my family, my kids, just me, just myself. And for me, this is a little bit easier because I don't have to consult anybody. Hey, what do you think about this? No, this is just myself because me. But when you have to make some decision that's involving all the persons, any one person, I don't know, and it's a little bit hard to say. I think I like to say, Sophia, I'm hiding because my kids are playing and I'm in the car to not lose the conversation. And my place in here is not so good. That's why I'm not showing myself. Okay?
Don't worry, that's okay. Thank you, Hannah. And I bet it wasn't easy for you to move from Amazonas to Sao Paulo, right?
Yeah, it's not. This is a hard decision. This involves
Uh,
many people.
yeah, we will discuss about this later. And for you, Fernanda?
I believe that we needed to do a lot of decisions every day, but most of them it's just automatically like which fit we put in the floor first, how we which blouse we will wear, what kind of food we will eat. So it's kind of decisions, and now it's automatically like ride the car. But a lot of things are really hard. But now the question is easy. So I think the most easier things is now in the current the
Quarantine.
quarantine. Okay, the easier choice decision that I need to do is which pajama I will wear because now it's just pajama. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. And you, Sarah, can you say some easier decisions that you easy
I
decisions?
think that the easier decisions to make is decisions the day to day, decisions we will have to do in the day. That's it.
Like, can you tell one?
Like Fernanda said, which t-shirt we're gonna wear, which food we're gonna eat. I think that's the easiest decisions to make.
Great. Thank you, Sarah. And Cesar.
Well, I want to combine the your answer because for me, all of them are great. Yeah, it's this decision that are day to day, like Sarah said, and like Ronan said, is the decision, the personal decision that affect a little others or just me. For example, yeah, what food are you going to eat today? Which clothes are going to use? Yeah, today or tomorrow. These kind of decisions are very easier to make. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Cesar. Okay, so moving on, what kind of decision do you feel it's harder? Why is it difficult to you? And I think we can start with Ronan because he had to make a very difficult decision in the past months, right, Ronan?
Yeah, as I said in my previous question, when the decision there's many people involved, it's a little hard. For example, I always had been the feel in myself to move it to São Paulo, but my family doesn't like uh, this decision, and it's hard because you want something, but your family not, and I have to to converse all of them one by one. Hey, what do you think? How about we move to São Paulo? And I spent 5 years convincing everyone from my family. And this, as I said, this is my first my the same question, the question number one. When the question I feel it's hard, it's when involving something someone else and not just myself.
Yeah, it's very difficult, really. But did you move here for work or you have always wanted to live in São Paulo?
No, just a crazy decision.
Very
Yeah,
good.
I don't know, no, I don't know anybody here. I didn't have a job waiting for me here, and there is no place in to live in here. We moving in to here, São Paulo, and here the things we what is happening in our lives. And my wife is working, I am working. Uh, my kids are good, everything. To be in São Paulo, it is exactly where I am to be.
Great, very good. Thank you, Hannah. And Mukidin, I think I can say right this. Can you present yourself for us? We just start the conversation about decisions, but I think you came a little bit late. So if you can present yourself for everyone.
Do you hear me?
Hello, yeah.
I'm Mukudin. I'm from Russia. So I just connect. And could you repeat your question? What about you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it again here on chat. We are in the number 2, but yeah, you can answer if you want. What kind of decision do you feel it's harder, and why is it difficult to you?
Oh, to be honest, it's too hard really to answer for this question. So let's see. I think the hardest. I'll be honest, I can't understand. I can't answer for this question. I don't know. I think to take a decision.
What kind of decision do you think it's hard to make? I mean,
I think
as Ronan said,
for the men, I think it is to get married. You know, to get married is the hardest decision in life. So I don't know.
Great. And you, Cesar, and for you?
Well, for me, the more difficult decision to make is this kind of decision to involve my family or my future at the same time. For example, when I moved to here, to Brazil, was a difficult decision to make. And I traveled to my city, Cali. It was like a medium city from Colombia. And I started living in Sao Carlos, like Fernanda lived. And yeah, it was very different because Sao Carlos is like a small city and full of many students. My life there was different to my life in Colombia, about the language, about the culture, about many students. A small city at the same time. It was very curious, different. Yeah, this kind of decision that, for example, travel to different countries was, for me, are very difficult, but I think that are necessary sometimes. Yeah.
Wow, what a coincidence. The same city.
Yeah.
And really so little here, like 2,000, no, 200 thousand inhabitants. So, yeah.
Yeah, I really know more Sao Carlos than Sao Paulo because I lived there 5 years, more or less 4 or 5 years. And last year I moved to Sao Paulo. But I spent my almost 90% of my life here in Brazil in Sao Carlos. I really at the beginning was very difficult because it's very well, it's difficult to know different places there without a transport like a car, because the buses there was very terrible. But after that, you know the city, and there are many places, different places, and well, at the end, was very nice to live there.
Nice.
So go on, Fernanda. What decision is hard for you to make?
So I needed to agree with everybody that this kind of decisions, like move to another city or another country, like permanently decisions that you will change all your life, so all your path. And I think when involve a lot of pros and cons, so like really strong cons, like lose your family, your parents, and just move alone or move just with your kids. So it's a really strong cons. So I think it's kind of decision. It's really, really difficult. You need to think a lot, a lot of years, because you maybe you can regret in the future. So it's important.
Yeah. And for you, Sarah?
I think that the decisions that are harder to make is these decisions that have the biggest impact on my life, because I always think too much about my future, and I always think that everything's gonna be wrong, and I really concerned about that, and I think it's hard.
Yeah, and I think when we are on your age is the time
Yeah.
that we struggle the most with decisions, because everything we think it's permanent and it's going to like decide your whole life, and it's not like that. I think we can learn a lot when we grow older, because we realize that everything can change anytime, and we don't have to struggle so much with some decisions. But it's difficult to have this
To
conclusion, I
realize
think.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
to realize.
Hashtag no permanent decision.
Yeah, exactly. Mãe, if you wanna talk, if you wanna say something, just say, okay?
Do you want to say something? No? Yeah. No. Go on.
Okay, let's go on. So, do you used to overthink about the decisions you need to make? Sarah, I know you do.
Yes, too much, too much. I am very anxious, and I always think too much, too much. Unnecessary.
Yeah. And you, Fernanda?
I need to agree with Sarah. Sometimes I lose my nights to just think a lot about and the future and try to know what will happen. But everything is so like COVID. Everything is so unplanned. So I imagine everybody did a lot of plans, and so think a lot about something is unnecessary sometimes. I'm very planner. I like to planner everything. So spreadsheets, put everything in the spreadsheet, and crazy, yeah. But
I'm exactly the same.
yeah, so I think it's sometimes it's horrible for the health.
Yeah, sure. And you, Cesar?
Well, I am a little similar than Fernanda. I like to plan my future, but last year and today was very difficult to continue with some plans because this pandemic situation changed a lot our life. I don't know if there are a person around the world without feel affected about from this pandemic situation. I think that all of us suffer during this pandemic. And yeah, it's sometimes very difficult to continue with some plans because many things change. And every day, the things are changing. Even today, we don't know about our future. For example, in 3 months, if we will continue with this situation, or even worse. I, 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 I want to believe that maybe in 6 months this situation will be better. I want to, but we don't know. Yeah, it's very difficult sometimes to take this situation, to take these decisions. Yeah, I need to think a lot about my decisions. Sometimes it's controversial because sometimes I can control these situations. It's very difficult, but yeah, it's impossible to avoid these ideas.
Yeah, sometimes we find ourselves trying to overthink about one decision that is not even up to us. We can control, and we are just thinking and thinking as we could even decide something by our own mind. It's funny. And you, Mukdin?
Okay, then.
Do you used to overthink about decisions?
I forgot the kind of decision. Yes, sometimes you have to think about kind of decisions a lot of time, and it's too difficult to take right decision in your life because in your decision in life can change your life in your future. So I think it is to take right decision, to be able to take a right decision. It's so important. It requires a lot of skills in the life. So sometimes it's too difficult to take a right decision. So you have to think about that a lot of time, but it requires a lot of kind of, how to say, experiences, and
yeah.
So I don't know how to. So for me, it's my just first time, so it's kind of difficult for answer for questions, and I have just a little bit nervous. So
No, don't worry, you're doing great. It's exactly what we do here. Like, we try to answer, but it's something that we have to think about, and sometimes we don't know what to answer to some questions.
yeah.
That's great. And for you, Hannah, do you used to overthink about the decisions you need to make?
Yeah, nowadays, yeah, I put a lot of thought in something, but in the past, I don't. For example, when I was 21, I am married, and 25, I had 3 kids. So I used to I don't used to make it overthinking. I'll put many thoughts in decisions. But now, like Fernanda said, I like to plan ahead when I was when I will make some decision, especially involving people. Like I said, I like to plan ahead to thinking a little bit more, overthink. But nowadays, yeah. But in the past, I don't. I didn't. Sorry.
Great, very good. And as we here has been struggling about making decisions, I want to know how do you feel when you have to make an important decisions? What do you usually do? Do you usually ask for someone's opinion before making a decision? How is your process to make hard decisions? Cesar.
Well, difficult question. I don't know. I said before, I overthink about this decision. I don't know. I don't like to ask to everyone about my decisions, but yeah, sometimes I need to hear about some ideas. But I know that this decision is involve me and more. Yeah, there are other people that suffer or are affected with this decision, but yeah, I need to take this decision alone. I try to hear like different ideas, but is depends of the decision. When this decision affect my family, I need to know what they think about this decision. But if it is just something about me, I take alone. Yeah, but it's very difficult. It's not like a rule. I don't have a rule like every time I did that or I do that. No, depends of the kind of decision.
Just a curious, do you plan to go back to Colombia soon?
It's no, just to visit. In my plans is to come back to Europe. I spent 1 year there in France. For that reason, I try to return there or stay here because in my area, my opportunities are better here or in Europe than in Colombia. Yeah, I love my family. I love Colombian food, Colombian music too. But yeah, I know that there my opportunities will be very limited. Yeah, it's complicated to return there just to visit, just for holidays. Yeah, totally.
Great. And you, Sarah?
When I have to make important decisions, I get very anxious. I usually think too much about all the possibilities that involve the decisions. And I always asking for the opinion of my family, friends. I don't know how to make decisions alone by myself. It's really hard for me. That's it.
Yeah, Luna is number 4. And you, Fernanda?
I think I like to think about it, my decision that I need to do alone by myself in the first time. And I don't know, after 2 3 days burn my head, I ask for someone in my family or a close friend. But I'm not the kind of person that talk with everybody or like, I plan to do a trip. I talk for everybody. No, I just like to share my achievements and my goals when it's done, when it's when I got it, because it's not like not against for someone, but I like to do the things by myself alone.
Yeah, I totally identify with that because I have friends who ask everything they is going to do to me or to our friends in our group you have. And I don't understand because I think I'm a very independent person, but some things I actually really need from of I really need of someone's opinion, but I think it's just some things in my life that I really need, but from for other more simple things, I think I just want to resolve myself and do whatever I decided to do. Uh, And you, Hona?
Uh, it is actually for three questions. Okay, how do you feel when you have? I feel insecure when I have an important question or an important decision to make. Uh, I feel insecure. When I usually do, I pray. Nowadays, I usually pray when before I make decision. I just like to ask God what He thinks about. And yeah, I have a couple of friends that help me in important decision. But I ask them what they thinking about, but I don't usually follow their thoughts because uh, I ask them just to see if they think like me, and the most of the time they don't. But I ask them. Uh, Nevertheless, I know I will follow their opinion. Okay.
Great, great. And you, Bukidin?
Okay. Uh, each time when you have to take a important decision, always depend on what kind of decision you have to take. For example, your decision can concern your family and just yourself. I mean, in case of yourself, what in case of decision, what you have to take in case of when it just concerns you, and it's trouble to think about that and to so I mean it's difficult to get advices of someone, you know. In this case, I'm usually trying to uh, discuss that with my family and with my parents, you know. I think in this life, the best friend are our parents. So all the time when I have to take a decision, I mean, it's kind of important decision, I'm advising with my family, with my parents, and because they all usually they uh, reassure me, you know. Sometimes it's helped me to take a decision.
Yeah, I think it's important to have those persons who we trust, who can we can rely on to make our difficult decisions. Very good. So moving on, I think I will skip number 5. I'm going to the number 9. What is considered a bad decision in your opinion, and why do we make bad decisions sometimes? What is considered a bad decision? Do you think that exists? There are bad decisions or no? What do you think about that? Cesar, you are
Yeah, I want to.
already answer.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was thinking about this question, not about this question, but about decisions. And for me, I don't know. I learned from my decisions during my life that there aren't bad decisions. There are decisions that we take or not, and all of these decisions have good or bad things, and sometimes very necessary, or it's necessary to learn from these kind of bad things. It's not a bad decision. This decision is part of our life, and the idea is to learn about these bad I don't know, situations. But for me, I think that is not a bad decision because we need to learn about these situations. I try to think about these ideas. Is no more not to think about good or bad decision. It's just a decision that I take, and I need to learn during this idea.
Great, I totally agree. That's why I asked this question actually, because I want to hear from you. What do you think about this topic? And for you, Sarah.
I think a bad decision is a decision that makes you feel bad. I don't know, that have an impact, a negative impact in your life. Because sometimes we make wrong decisions because we don't think about the consequences. And I think that's a bad decision. And I don't know why we make bad decisions. We just don't think about too much and make a bad decision.
Yeah, and I think as Cesar said, we do make bad decisions that can impact our lives negatively, but we can always learn from that.
Learn,
right?
yes.
And it's important to see this way because we are not. I think this can really make the process of making decision easier because when we realize that we can always learn from the bad decisions we make, learn, aprender. We can always. I think it's more easy to make decisions when we realize that we can learn from it if it goes wrong, right? And you, Fernanda.
I'm sorry. So I think the kind of bad decision, is when we are in like with emotions high, running high or on the edge, né? Flor da pele, tipo isso. Yeah. So when we are angry and hungry, all the feelings, hungry, angry, sad, sometimes really really happy and say, I'm doing this, I made this decision because I'm so happy with the person, and I didn't have the capacity to say no for the person, maybe. And sometimes not a good way, a good the best decision to do when you're with emotions running high.
Yeah, totally. And you, Mukidin.
I tried to remember kind of a bad decision in my life, but I didn't. I couldn't do that. You know, and I'm agree with the woman who said that it's an emotional situation when we can like decision like bad decision, and because it's too easy to do that, you know, it's doesn't require to think about it a lot of time, and and you can just to do that, and always it's we don't know the result of our decision, and I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, and for you, Hannah.
Okay. The bad decision for me is that one you already know it's not a good decision, but you go, mesmo assim, you you make
Anyway.
you make that decision anyway. You know that is not a good decision, and you go and quebra a cara. But but when you have a decision, you don't know if good or bad, and it turns out is bad, okay, you didn't know, right? But for me, I don't know if you're go went through to situation like this. Everyone is saying to you it's not good, and you know it's not a good decision, but you go ahead and turns out quebra cara. And that one is a bad decision for me.
Yeah, great. Um, okay, so moving to the number 8. Have you ever made a wrong decision and regret it? Sarah, have you?
I guess so because uh, I already have trust in people that I couldn't trust, and I was relying, trusting too much in people who are 100% with me, 100% trying to help me on something, and that makes me feel really bad.
And you, Cesar?
Yeah, the number 10, yeah?
8.
Sorry, confused. Just is, have you ever made a wrong decision and regret it? Well, yeah, many times. But like I said before, I tried today. I tried to say no. I learned from this bad decision, but I think that my bad decision were like a small decision. It's not like a terrible bad decision because don't didn't change my life in a or affect my life strongly. But yeah, sometimes I did some difficult decisions. I don't know. For example, I didn't choose a medicine. I prefer to study engineering than medicine. But today I said that I really love this decision. During some years I said, "Oh my God, why? I need to study medicine." But today I say, no, my life is very nice. I have the opportunity to travel around the world. For example, today I'm living in Sao Paulo. I know many countries around the world because of I study engineering. And yeah, for example, today I said that this bad decision that I took in some years ago, today was a nice decision, a good decision.
Very great. Okay, people are coming back because we are going out of time here. But thank you all for the conversation, the ones who was here with me in the main room. It was awesome. And I want to hear from the others. How was in your rooms? How was it for you, Mariana, who was the first time here?
I love it. Yes, my girl
Okay.
is very participative. So uh, I found me in a therapy.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good. And for you, who was the other person who was here for the first time? I can't remember.
Lucas,
But
I think.
Lucas. Lucas, is it? I don't think he is here. I think some people go out of the meeting, the middle of the conversation. Sorry, because I saw that it was just 4 person in 2 rooms. We try to make always 5 person per room at least, but I can't control people going out of the meetings. But I hope it was okay for you, the conversation, even with 4 people. And how was for you, Roberto?
Okay, now it no, it was good because we 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 can't just learn and practice our are talking, but we can't discuss and see the other point of views. And it was good because at the same time we training English, we are learning with the other peoples. So yeah, I like the TNT because of it. We can learn it together and in English. So it's great to learn in this way. For me, I like the peoples that I talk to. We talk a lot, and yeah, that's it, guys. So thank you to be here.
Thank you all. I always love this moment. And please answer the feedback, give me comments, give me suggestions. It's always good. I read all of them, but not all of you respond them, answer them. So please answer because it's important to us. And I hope you come back because it's always a pleasure to have you all here. And that's it. Good evening, everyone.
Bye bye.
I
Thank
hope I see
you.
you again.
Bye
Good
bye.
night,
Thank you,
Bye.
guys.
guys.